how to create your own herbal tinctures at home. Got a request in the messages that someone wanted to learn how to create your own herbal tinctures. Turns out super easy. It's incredibly economical and it's lots of fun. Herbal tinctures are basically herbs preparations done in alcohol. In fact, vanilla extract is technically a herbal tincture. It is plant matter of any type, shape, or form put into any strength of alcohol. And the alcohol acts as a solvent to primarily pull and extract the herbal properties, but also preserve it, right? So if we go outside and we're gonna harvest a particular herb, because now's the time, it's ready, it's ripe, the season is on, it allows us to be able to harvest as much as we can, and it's one way to be able to preserve that harvest. Once you make a tincture, it will last years as long as you can hang on to it. So how do we do it? Here's my quick disclaimer. I am not a herbalist. I am my own herbalist. I'm not trained formally. I don't have any certificates or degrees in this. I am self-taught and just been learning from friends and through my studies here and there. So my technique is, definitely the homemade herbalist, the herbal hacks in this regard, and I'll show you what I do. But just know that this is a true art form, and you can definitely take it to the next level, to the next degree. And in fact, we're going to have a medical herbalist, Latifa Pelche Ahmed, who is one of our resident teachers, instructors. She's going to be leading a class, in fact, on exactly how to do this. And you're going to learn all the kind of terms and terminologies regarding what is mark and what is menstruum and so on and so forth. So anyways, here's my approach, and just know that you can absolutely refine this and do something even better than what I'm going to show you. But to get started, you need plant material. And here I've got a bunch. So I've got some valerian from my garden. I've got some hemp flowers. I've got this one here. If anybody came on a plant walk with me this summer, shared this one out. And this is a wild herbal tincture from last year in the plant walks. As we went around and we were finding different plants and talking about them, I would collect some and I just threw it into a jar, created a tincture out of it. And it's a great thing to be able to share with people. This one here is actually quite bitter. I would describe it as like a wild bitters, herbal bitters. We've got uva ursi, we've got cow parsnip, we have yarrow, we have all kinds of stuff in there. So anyways, here's another one. This is goji, schizandra, and reishi slices. So that goes in. This is our local reishi. This is Ganoderma applanatum, another tincture. And finally, the other one I wanted to share, kind of just a little show and tell. This is pine pollen tincture, another one that I was sharing during the wild plant walks this summer. So how do we do it? How do we create it? Very simply, the easiest, simplest way is put your herb into a jar, whatever it is. Can be fresh, can be dried. And again, here's where some of those distinctions, if you're adding in fresh, you got to consider both the water weight and water volume and content. Now, when you're choosing your alcohol, essentially, probably the easiest way to start is just to get 40% vodka of any type, any variety, whatever you're into, and then just pour that on top. Now, you want to make sure you've got a minimum of 25% alcohol by volume, so that will preserve it. 20 is the absolute lowest you want to go, but in that range of 20 to 25%, that will preserve it. Otherwise, it's not strong enough and it could ferment, and then your tincture, your preparation will eventually go off. It'll go bad. So 40% vodka absolutely works. Just pour it over herb. One thing that I like, and I've been using, it's called Spiritus Rectificowani, rectified spirits. This is very similar to Everclear, but it's a Polish brand, not made from GMO corn, which is what Everclear is made out of, and it's 96%. And the cool thing about it is most vodkas, are $40, 40%. This one here ranges about $50 for the same volume, but more than twice the strength. almost 2.5 times the strength. So you're getting more alcohol concentration. And what you do is you just dilute it. So you can dilute that down to 40% or 25% or 50 or wherever you want. Now, depending on the herb, sometimes you do want a higher strength. Sometimes you do actually just pour this right on. But a lot of the herbs you're going to use and will be tincturing, you actually want to dilute it. So this is a kind of a great cost-effective way to go. Now, again, there are finer nuances. Some people will make tinctures, on the new moon and harvest them on the full moon, 2-week length time. Some people do 4 weeks, some people do 3 months. Up to you, maker's choice in that sense. And partly the herb will help dictate and choose how long you're gonna let it go, how high the percentage, and then also the ratio of herb to alcohol. That's another factor. Now again, just straight up, super simple, super easy. If you're gonna make, vanilla extract, vanilla beans into a jar, your vodka or even rum or any kind of like hard alcohol, pour it on top and then you let it sit. It is nice to kind of shake it every once in a while to kind of like stir it up and get more of those properties drawn out into it. And yeah, you'll be able to see it change and transform over time. It gets darker, the color, the aroma, the flavor as it pulls and extracts out all those properties. And when it's done, you can strain it out. And then there's your tincture. Put it into a little tincture bottle. So save those as you buy them at the shop, and you're finished with them. Those things become valuable for when you're creating your own tinctures. You've got this nice, 250 ml or a 500 ml jar. As you're straining that off, then you've got a tincture bottle. Then you can put in your own tinctures. So, like I say, that's just kind of my quick, easy approach. It's a finely nuanced craft. It's a lot of fun to create your own tinctures. You save a ton of money, and you're making your own herbal medicine, which is awesome. So Latifa Peltier Ahmed is doing a class. It's up online. You can check out lightseller.ca. We've got just a couple of classes listed right now. Normally this time of year, we would have maybe 10, 15, and we've just got 4 so far, and that's one that we're featuring. So if you want to learn how to make your own tinctures, if you really want to dive into this art, this craft, highly recommend checking that out. And it'll all be online. So you can be at the comfort of your own home, wherever you are. We'll send you the link. You tune in, you get the PDF report. You can answer all your questions. I'll be in the room with Latifa as she's recording it. I'll be moderating all the comments, and we'll have fun with it. So that's a few weeks away, but definitely go register now if you're interested. And okay, if you're ready to get started, just give it a try what I said. Get some herb, pour some vodka over it, into a jar, seal it up, shake it once in a while, let it sit several weeks, and then, there you go, strain it, you got it. And that's a nice base from which you can do so many other things. So let me know what you think of the video, and if you got any other questions, and if you'll be joining us with Latifa.